Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about building your profile for admission into an MIM program. I'm also going to talk about what my profile was like when I applied for the HEC Paris MiM. So whether you've already got admission, you're applying for the 2021 intake, or you're early on in your bachelor's and are just considering the MIM, I think you should watch this video because I think it might uncover a lot of things for you. So first I want to say that the MIM is not the goal. I get quite a few people asking me, what kind of a profile should I build to get into an MIM program? How do I build my profile to get into the MIM program? But first, think about this. When you think that your goal is to buy a car, is the car really your goal? In most cases, you dream of all the things that you can do with the car, the places that you're gonna go, the people that you're gonna go with. Most people don't just buy a new car and be happy with it sitting in the garage. They wanna take it out, they wanna go places, they wanna drive it around. That is the goal. So, before you go to the car dealership, you need to be prepared. What kind of car do you want? What do you want to do with the car? Why do you want that car? What kind of roads are you going to drive that car on? What is that car going to help you achieve? Doing an MIM is not like driving a car. Doing an MIM is like going to the car dealership. The job that you want, that's the car. And all the places that you're going to go with it, that's your career and that's your life. If you go to the car dealership without any idea of what you want or what you need, what is your budget or capability, you'll probably waste a lot of time there. You might end up with a car that you don't like, or you might end up with a car that's amazing but you have no idea what to do with, or you might even just return home without any car at all because you got too confused. My point here is that doing the MIM itself is not the goal. Just like simply getting to the car dealership or just buying a car, that's not the goal. You have places to go, that is the goal. So what will the MIM help you achieve? What do you want to do with the opportunities that an MIM will give you? Which direction do you want to go towards? What do you see yourself doing after you finish the MIM? I think you first need to answer these questions before thinking about how you can build a profile to get into an MIM program. What is your actual goal? Most of us in India or in Asia have been told by society, our parents and our teachers that getting high marks is the goal. Getting into a great college is the goal. Doing an MBA is the goal. And we believe them because society rewards those who get into the IITs and IIMs with all the status that they receive. But no, according to me, those are not goals. Those are the means to achieve your actual goals. Where do you want to drive your brand new car? Do you want to make a career in marketing, in finance, in sustainability and the environment? And what do you want to do with that career? How specific can you get? What are some ideal job profiles that you think you might enjoy? If your goal is marketing, for example, which areas in marketing would you be interested in? Or which industries do you want to do marketing in? Or is your goal solely just to make money? And that's fine, but what do you want to do with the money once you have it? The answer to that question might guide you towards a career path that will help you make the money as well as spend it in the way that you want to. I think these are all very important questions that you need to ask yourself and answer before you think of doing an MIM or an MSc or any other degree. And I can understand if you don't have an exact specific answer for each of these questions, especially if you're early on in your bachelor's, but you must have at least a broad idea of what you expect to achieve once you do an MIM. The more specific, the better, because you can always course correct later. And if you've already got admission into an MIM, I highly recommend that you start thinking about these things if you haven't already. So there's no one-size-fits-all answer to how to build your profile, but I can tell you how I built my profile, and I hope that you get inspiration from it. So to be honest, I never actually built my profile with the goal of getting into the MIM. I didn't even know that the MIM existed until my third year of college. But I knew as early as in high school that I was interested in creativity and business. And when I was in the 12th grade, I worked on a music album that I spent 1 year recording in my bedroom, and then I released on online streaming platforms like Spotify. Two friends and I had the idea to film a music video for the title track. And after spending 2 days shooting, we failed miserably because we did not know how to edit videos at the time. And that's actually how I started learning how to edit videos and make videos. And since then, I've uploaded multiple music videos on my YouTube channel. The reason that I'm mentioning this is because I mentioned this in my HEC essays too, as something that I failed at, learned a lot from, and bounced back from. I still did a bachelor's in computer science because I wanted to broaden my knowledge and my skills. And I was, and I still am, interested in technology. But in college, my interest in creativity and business increased further. And that's when I realized I want to work in marketing. I joined a student media body called MTTN, and I set up the video department there because I wanted to make videos and nobody else before me was doing it at the time. This is again something that I mentioned in my essays. Through a friend at MTTN, I was introduced to this ad agency in Udupi, which is right next to Manipal, whose owner really loved my videos. I ended up working for him for the next 2 years as a freelance video editor, making web video content for a variety of his clients. I even ended up making a video for Karnataka and Udupi tourism. And this experience was my introduction into the world of digital and content marketing through video editing. This is again something that I mentioned in my essays. I joined the social media teams of all the college fests. I joined the advertising elective in my college. And I did a minor in business management where I scored all A's or A pluses. And this was all before I realized that I want to do the MIM. But how did I learn about the MIM? At the end of my second year in college, I wanted to spend my summer doing something productive, but I wasn't too keen on doing an internship. That's how through a Google search, I found the HEC Paris Summer School in Luxury Management. It was on attending this summer school that I learned that the MIM exists and it doesn't require any work experience. And that's how I also learned about HEC Paris and about how it's one of the best ranked schools in the world. And it was after this summer school that I decided that I want to do the MIM at HEC and I want to work towards it in the beginning of my third year of college. So the rest of my profile was already built because I'd already been working on all these things related to creativity and marketing all this time. But the only thing remaining was the GMAT. And so I decided to work really hard to get a GMAT score that they could not refuse. And then the rest is history. During the interviews and in the essays as well, the admissions officers are going to ask you why you want to do the MIM. And it's very important to have a very good answer for that. And this is why I say that just getting the MIM itself is not the goal. They want to know what are you going to use the MIM for. When I mentioned to them that I want to work in marketing, I could back that claim up with all the things that I've done. And as you can see, everything I did ties in pretty much with marketing, creativity, or business. If you watch my video on the 3 things that you need to get into HEC, I speak more in detail about the cohesive profile that you need to get in. Getting into the MIM is just the first step. Believe me, it gets much harder after that. When you go to a Ferrari dealership, you need to be sure that you can actually drive any car that you buy there. The profile building and the learning, it never stops. This is just the beginning. So make sure that you know where you want to go before navigating there. If I could break all of this down into 4 steps, that would be 1. You need to know your reason for doing the MIM. What you're going to do with all the opportunities that you're going to get during the MIM. 2. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to building your profile. It's largely dependent on what you want to do. And if you do what you want to do, you'll do better at it. 3. Once you have an idea of what you want to do the things that are going to put you in that direction. Join clubs and associations, take courses, start things of your own, do whatever it takes. By doing different things, you'll have a better understanding of what you like and what you don't like. It's basically like throwing spaghetti on the wall and seeing what sticks. And lastly, you now know what I did to build my profile and how I got there. I hope you didn't consider that as bragging, but more as like inspiration for you, especially if you're early on in your bachelor's and you are where I was 5 years ago. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be uploading a lot more content just like this. You can also click any of these 2 videos because I think they might help you out as well. Alright, see you guys in the next one.